Grief, I've learned, is not a storm. It is not loud or demanding. It is a quiet ache that settles in your bones. It lingers in the empty chair across from you at the breakfast table. It hides in the photographs on the wall, in the scent of a sweater left hanging in the closet. It is the space beside you in bed that has grown too large, too empty. We don't talk about grief enough. We shy away from it, afraid of its power. But grief is just love with no place to go. It is the echo of a voice that no longer answers, the warmth of a hand you can no longer hold. It is in the quiet moments that grief speaks the loudest. And so I decided to give it a voice, not through words, but through the language of art. I typed 4 words into the artificial intelligence program: grief, absence, echo, longing. Grief, absence, echo, longing. I wasn't sure what to expect. Could a machine truly comprehend such human emotions? Could it translate the language of the heart into something visual, something tangible? The AI began to generate images. At first, they were abstract, a jumble of colors and shapes that held no meaning. But slowly, they began to take form. Ruined buildings, open doorways leading to nowhere, flickering candles casting long, dancing shadows on stone walls. There were no faces in these images, only the suggestion of a presence that was no longer there. One image in particular struck me. It was a simple scene, an empty room, bathed in soft, golden light. Dust motes danced in the air, illuminated by the sunbeams streaming through the window. And in the corner, a single chair sat empty, as if waiting for someone to return. It was in that moment that I understood. Grief is not just about loss. It is about the love that remains. It is the empty space next to you that still holds the shape of the one you loved. The AI, in its own way, had captured that essence. It had translated the abstract concept of grief into something concrete, something I could see and feel. The empty rooms, the untended gardens slowly being reclaimed by nature, the subtle play of light and shadow, they all spoke to the bittersweet ache of absence. There was a strange comfort in seeing my own feelings reflected back at me in this way. It was a reminder that I was not alone in my grief, that even a machine could recognize the language of the human heart. But it also raised a question. Can AI truly understand grief, or is it simply mirroring back to us what we ourselves are feeling? Can an algorithm truly comprehend the complex emotions that we experience when we lose someone we love? Perhaps not. Perhaps grief is too human an emotion, too deeply rooted in our individual experiences and memories for a machine to fully grasp. And yet, there was something undeniably moving about these images. They spoke to a universal truth about the human condition, our capacity for love, for loss, and for the enduring power of memory. I believe there is hope, even in grief. Just as light finds its way through the cracks in the ruins, so too can joy and color return to our lives, even after loss. The love we shared with those we have lost does not disappear. It changes shape, becomes a part of us, a guiding light in the darkness. Think of something you have lost, something or someone you grieve. Write it down, not to dwell in the sadness, but to honor the memory. For in remembering, we keep a part of them alive. And remember, even in the quietest moments, when grief feels overwhelming, you are not alone. The world is full of broken hearts beating in unison, and within each of us lies the capacity for healing, for love, and for the return of light.